Let's talk more about that with Politico's senior writer, Jake Sherman, who's also an NBC News political contributor. Jake, good Sunday morning to you, my friend.
Hi, Hallie. How are you?
Good. So listen, you heard Garrett talk about Congress coming back tomorrow, right? What do they need to do to make sure that this doesn't get any worse? How much worse can it actually get?
Well, Hallie, you've covered this presidency for so long, and this is the most befuddling fight that Donald Trump has stoked in his presidency. Yeah. Never made any of these demands during these negotiations between Republicans and Democrats. A massive aid package was cut. Celebrated by both sides of the aisle, and now, with the bill on his desk, he's starting to complain about elements. And the one way out, we've talked to a lot of senators and members of the House over the last couple of days, really the one way out, the chief way to end this drama for so many Americans is for the president to sign this bill in front of him, which has been heralded as a big product of bipartisanship, but he refuses to do so.
You described it as befuddling, Jake. You know I cover the White House for NBC News, and even people close to the president that I've talked to don't quite understand in some ways the motivation here. Talk about any political benefit potentially for the president. Obviously, if Americans are hearing, hey, the president wants to get me more money, that's a good thing. But the deal is done, and the president's own administration members, as you referenced, actually worked on this.
You're right. I don't know what the possible political motivation could be, Hallie. His presidency is over. He could have potentially ruined the chance for Republicans to hold on to the Senate. There's 2 special elections in Georgia coming up in the next couple of weeks. His party is being routinely and roundly blamed for this impasse. I don't understand at all what he's trying to do. I guess you could say he's trying to get more money for the American people. But again, if they're not getting unemployment, if the government shuts down at a time where so many people are relying on government aid, I don't know what the benefit is at all to the president.
Jake, you talk to so many people. You are very well sourced in Washington. Based on your reporting, look ahead for us, maybe a couple days out here. If the political pressure that is being brought to bear on the president doesn't come through, he does not sign the bill, what happens next, right? I mean, does the government shut down? Are we now back to where we started? Are all those Americans desperately looking for help, sort of out of luck?
Well, tomorrow night, Hallie, Monday night, the government shuts down. So that's number one. And yes, everybody who is relying on the government for any kind of service, all of those services will be stopped for the most part on Monday night. And I don't know what the way out of it is. The president needs to read the bill and see there's lots of benefits for people in that bill, in that piece of legislation that could become law. Checks could go out to people. I don't know the way out of this besides the president signing this bill, because I don't think the $2,000 checks that he's promoting, that he's pushing for, I don't think there's much political will for that in Capitol Hill, especially as the year and his presidency come to a close.
Jake Sherman with Politico. Jake, thank you very much for your perspective and your insight. It's a story we will be watching very closely over these next 24 hours. Appreciate it. Don't forget to tune in for a special edition of Meet the Press later this morning when Chuck Todd takes a look back at President-elect Joe Biden's more than 50 appearances on the show.